Finally done! Looking good. Does this look like a toilet to you? God, every time. Oh well, never mind. I've just heard of a new Japanese coating system in town, and it's apparently different from the ceramic coating systems that we all know. So I think I'll go check it out to see whether it works, how it works, how much it costs, and how to make it last. So let's go check it out. Are you serious right now? You've heard of ceramic coating, but I'm going to investigate a different technology from Japan. It applies a glass coating to your car's paint that's sealed with a layer of protective resin. So if you have a new car and want it to stay looking new, or if you just want to make it easier to keep your car looking great, stick around to find out more. So here we are at KeePer Labo, and it's actually a Japanese company. It is the #1 car detailing service at home, and as you can see, they have 7,000 branches. It's been in business for around about 40 years, and there's two kinds. When you see KeePer Pro Shop, that means it's a franchise operator, and when you see KeePer Labo, that means it's run by headquarters, like this one. I'm here to try out the fresh KeePer coating, which is the most basic service aimed not just at making your car nice and shiny, but also making it easy to keep clean for 1 to 2 years. It's surprisingly affordable, starting at just $335 without GST for a small car, rising to $488 if you have something huge like a Rolls Royce to keep shiny. Having said that, the technology is super interesting. Its Eco Plus resin layer actually counters van der Waals forces. That's the electromagnetic force that lets dust stick to a surface. It's also why lizards can climb glass, but they can't hang onto a surface treated with KeePer Labo. Poor little lizard. In that sense, KeePer Labo takes a completely different approach from ceramic coating. Here you can see on this 8-year-old car that the clear coat isn't in its best condition. You can see it's a little bit damaged and it's just not very shiny anymore. For ceramic coating, this is where we'll be polishing this down. But here on the other side, it's going to receive the KeePer Labo treatment. So no polishing unless there's something really aggressive, and it's just about preparing the surface to accept the glass coating. Sounds a bit confusing, but here's how it works. By the way, this video is sponsored by KeePer Labo, but they didn't pay me to tell you that their product is amazing. They just wanted us to show it to you so you can decide for yourself. We can't vouch for the results or guarantee the service, and I certainly can't promise you that bird poop is gonna slide off your car like magic. But if it does, I'll be the first one to cheer.
Ceramic is very good, but you know, they pursue stiffness, and then our glass chemical pursue flexibility. Ceramic usually apply before applying chemical. They need to polish because ceramic coating very thinly apply. We can minimize the process of polishing. The body of the car is made of mostly steel plate. The steel plate fluctuates depending on the temperature changes. The coating film is very sustainable under any temperature. Singapore, compared to Japan, temperature is very stable. In a sense, the environmental challenge is less than Japan.
So the first step is to remove all the dirt, remove iron oxide, and then it goes for a very deep cleaning with something called E-Cleaner, which is an in-house product. You can't actually buy it, and that's the white stuff you see over here. The purpose of this is not to make the car shiny, but to prepare it for the glass coating. It's going to make this car naked so that the glass coating is going to stick very well. Powerful stuff. Now that the paint surface is prepped, the next step is to apply a diamond glass coating. KeePer Labo's technicians actually spent 2 whole months living in Japan to train for this, and the company has a one-man, one-car policy. That lets each technician focus on making sure every part is properly coated. And every once in a while, a master technician from Japan drops by just to keep an eye on things. They obviously take workmanship very seriously in Japan. So the third and final step is to add a layer of resin, and the purpose of this is to repel water and dust. And if dust does get on the car, well, whenever it gets wet, the water will catch that dust and then sheet right off. So we started with a naked car, but now we have one with a raincoat. Okay, so let's see how this works with the help of a plastic spoon. Now, this feels smooth, but on a microscopic level, it's actually quite bumpy. So when light hits this, it gets scattered in all kinds of directions. If you want it to be shiny, you need to have it smooth so that light reflects off evenly. So let me show you what I mean by rubbing it down with some fine grit sandpaper and half an hour of hard work.
One eternity later.
Okay, now honestly, I haven't done the best job. I've been at it for a while, but it looks a little bit shinier to me. I'm just gonna grab a spoon here and hopefully you can see what I mean. I've been rubbing down the one on the right, and this is of course an ordinary spoon. And that's how car polishing works. Car polish is actually a very, very mild abrasive, and when you polish a car, you're flattening down the top coat or the clear coat in order to make it more shiny. And that's when you bring in something to seal that shine in, like a ceramic coating. But there is another way to do it, which is the KeePer Labo way. Alrighty, it's not as easy as it looks. I don't know how women do this, but okay, I think I did an okay job. It's starting to dry, and hopefully you can see straight away it is noticeably shinier. Again, I'm gonna take an ordinary spoon and put them side by side. Now, the thing is, we didn't actually make the spoon shinier. We basically added something that is very smooth and reflects light really well, and that is why it looks shiny. Now, I don't want to say that one method is better than the other. It's simply two different ways of achieving the same result. Whoa, this is looking amazing now. The whole process took about 4 hours, and it started with a really deep clean of this car, and just by virtue of that, it's looking much more shiny than I've seen it for a long time. It takes about 2 hours for the resin layer to cure and about 3 days for it to harden fully. But have a look at this, guys. KeePer Labo does offer a separate service called plastic parts coating, and you can see down here the difference is night and day. This is the coated section and it looks new. The whole purpose of this is not just to make this look beautiful, but to protect it and prevent future fading. So while your car's in here, you may as well make the whole of it look nice. Now, we left half of this bonnet untreated, and you can see that that half of it is that bit less shiny than this half over here. And very honestly, I can still see some of the imperfections that were in the paint before we started this whole thing. This car, remember, is 8 years old. They do feel very different to the touch though. And the whole point of this is not just to make the car shiny, but to protect it from the worst that Mother Nature can do. So let's take this car, get it out of here, and put it to the test. Finally, we get to test the results. Now, unless you're making a film, every time you clean your car, it's guaranteed to rain. Well, I don't need the rain because I've brought my own rain. Let's see what happens. Wow! Straight away you can see the difference. This side, the uncoated side, is just, well, wet. But look at the KeePer Labo side. Okay, the water's sheeting off or beating off, and you can see there's still little droplets of water, but it's kind of cool watching them gather together into bigger droplets and then sliding off the bonnet. Imagine if I was driving along right now and the wind is working on my car. It's just kind of gonna evaporate the water on this side. But check out the KeePer Labo side. Whoa, look at that. Okay, I'm obviously driving backwards very fast, but look, it's really just blowing the water off. And it's really like Mother Nature is washing your car for you. No chance for the dirt to stick. And I have to say, I kind of blown away. Now, I don't command the animal kingdom, at least not yet. So for my next test, I'm gonna have to make my own chemical warfare weapons. So for my own special blend of artificial bird poop, I'm gonna use some naked baby mayonnaise for stickiness, a bit of wasabi and mustard for that authentic sickly tint, some coffee grinds for texture, and some good old stinky vinegar. And that's to add acidity, which is one reason bird droppings damage your car's paint. So our special Mr. Chia brand of artificial bird poop is good and ready and locked and loaded. So this really is the worst stuff that can happen to your car after you wash it, because it really can damage the paint. So let's go and find this guy a toilet and see what happens. And ooh, just to make things interesting, let's allow the poop to get nice and dry and hard. Okay, it's been some time and I think I did too good a job with this poop because it's looking pretty gross. So let's get a wet wipe and see how we get on removing this. I'm just gonna give it a good wipe over here. It's not too bad actually. And okay, just a bit of rubbing and that's gonna come off. Let's try the KeePer Labo side. There's a bit more poop over here, but okay, that's coming right off and it actually feels quite clean now. I'm sure that would come off with a bit more elbow grease as well. But I do want to say that you probably shouldn't allow this to happen even if you have a coated car, because things like bird poop can actually damage the coating. If that does happen, you can bring your car back to KeePer Labo and get it touched up. And I think it's still worth doing, because what happened here is that our chicken friend didn't actually go to toilet on the car's paint, it went to toilet on the car's coat.
After we do a coating, we provide the customer with aftercare, memo, which has many information. But most important thing is if you find any bird dropping or insect carcass and plants up on the surface of the car, please immediately remove it, because those things are very acidic and it can damage the coating film. So it's better to remove it as fast as possible.
Man, I am wishing I had brought this car to KeePer Labo 8 years ago, but if you want to keep your car looking shiny, then this stuff really is worth a look. It adds some shine, it protects your paint, and it makes keeping your car shiny so much easier. It's affordable and effective. So I am ready for you now, you flying bastards. Do your worst. Here's your toilet. Oh, but try to use this side, okay? And please stay away from that side.